actually looks slightly better. Let's see if I can eat it like that. Is that good? Is that good?
What's good?
I'm trying to remove more and more of the border. So it's more full screeny for you.
It looks fine. I didn't really notice anything beforehand.
I wonder if they fixed it. Hee-hoo, peanut. Alright, now I got enough brain to say things. Glass? I didn't even look at sales anymore. I got the games I wanted, I didn't have to look again. But I can do it if you'd like.
Oh, I was just curious because it's ending tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like the one good sale that Steam had pretty much all year.
Yeah. This game looks to be potentially amusing. You have no idea. You were not around for the MIDI saxophone.
No, that was rock pit.
That was a guitar.
That was a guitar.
That was a rock and roll guitar.
Don't you know, guitar goes. Bwee, 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 bwee.
Like off rhythm, slightly off tune. Someone put the saxophone out of its misery. It is dying.
It is perishing. Someone help it.
Stank MIDI. Oh. Alright. Main part. Continue.
No, not continue.
I
Not
didn't-
continue.
Sorry, deadly premonition.
We're now going to
software update. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Go to the
no.
eShop.
No, don't show them your things.
Alright. That's not the options I wanted. I
Why?
wanted to
Menu.
get out of here. Why?
Why?
That's... What?
Title.
No. No! Main part. From the beginning.
Alright, now it's the boy who is probably not the cat. Most definitely not cat.
Look at this. Look at this 2 different eyed color boy. I don't know what to do. After the black cat left, I can't move a step. All the trees and stairs are taller and looked scary, so I curled up and began shaking. It's a completely different way of sensing than usual. I hear footsteps and the car noise is louder than usual. I don't know what to do. What's going on? What's going to happen to me? I can't stay like this. My paws were still shaking, but I tried to get up. It was weird standing on 4 feet, and I don't like how low to the ground. I don't like being low to the ground. But I can't just stay like this forever. Then I started moving. I felt like I could move easier. I tried jumping towards a higher flower bed using my back feet. I was able to jump without making any noise. Amazing.
Amazing, like a cat.
When I looked down, the cats that...
Scattered.
Shattered? No. Because of the black cat gathered again. Anyway, I have to do something about the situation. Where did that black cat go? Meow. One of the cats looked at me and turned its head as if it was showing me the way. Is it showing me a way to the black cat? Meow? Meow. The cat meowed as if it's replying to me. Thank you, kitty cat. Meow. I ran the way that the cat pointed. I was getting dirty from leaves and soil because I went through the bushes, but I continued anyway. What if I don't find that black cat? It can't just tell me I should kiss someone I love. That's too much. I don't have a boyfriend, and I can't think of anyone close to be in love with. By the sound of what he says, I can't think he meant as friends or family. I was wandering around for a while, but I didn't stop. I was more worried staying still. I went inside a quiet residential area. I might know the street, but from a cat's point of view, it all looks different. Where should I go? I won't be able to go home. I suddenly heard a growling sound. When I looked up, there was a big calico cat. Hiss! Why is it angry? I asked at a glass and...
What is this game? I can tell, but what kind? You get cursed into being a cat by night, and you have to fairy tale-like fashion kiss the person you love with true love's kiss in order to break the curse, or else you'll be a cat forever eventually. Yeah.
Our cat looks really scary, but I remember that cat from earlier, so I decided to ask about the black cat. I'm looking for a black cat? Meow? Meow! Oh no, I made him more mad. The calico cat was hissing at me still and started getting closer. I don't know what to do. Hiss. Oh, sorry, that was your line. The calico cat is hissing. Then he jumped towards me. I closed my eyes tightly and I felt him. Ouch. He collided into me and I fell over. As he calmed down, the calico cat looked and passed by next to me. Ow. What did you do? What did I do to you? Is there anyone? Inside the house I hear something, but nothing answered me, so I went towards the sound.
I scared a person in the chat. Whee!
It looked like a huge house, and there are cautious continuous fences around, and I found a huge gate. I slip myself in the gate. I slip myself inside the gate. It's a huge house. Even after I entered, I can't see the building. There's a huge garden, and I heard a sound. I couldn't tell where the sound was coming from. I was lonely inside a Japanese-style garden. It was wide, and I can't see well. Ugh, I'm scared. Would you like to voice act Boy?
Stinky man.
Stinky Man?
Sure. Are you lost?
No. There was someone standing. I was surprised and stunned, so I stopped. Mr. Shijo?
Saijo.
Saijo. No! Only meowing could come out, but Mr. Saijo crouched down in front of me. It was Mr. Saijo's place. I knew the place, but I probably couldn't recognize it until now. I do recognize this gate.
Did you just enter? I didn't see you around.
He's talking to me gently as if he was talking to a little child. I was about to reply to him as usual. He talks gently. Does he normally talk to others like this? There you go. Now it's starting to break down. I was like, this is oddly well written so far.
Your beautiful white hair is dirty.
Whoa, look at those. The eyes changed a little. Got a little whiter.
Slightly. Ever so slightly.
I was pacing through the bushes, so I must be really dirty now. Mr. Saijo touched my head lightly. Ouch! I shivered with pain from my forehead.
Oh, you've been scratched by other cats? Let me have a look.
He grabbed me quickly. Oh no! Your Komodo will get dirty! I tried to run away from his grasp, moving my arms and legs.
Calm down.
I can't ruin this expensive-looking Komodo. I'm covered with dirt.
I said calm down.
I wiggled my body to get away. But suddenly...
Ouch!
Huh! Mr. Saijo pulled one of his hands back. When I saw his hand, I realized that I had left a red scratch mark. Apparently, my nail popped out. Oh my god, I hurt him? I was filled with guilt and I didn't know what to do, so I stopped moving and looked at the scar.
Oh, don't worry. There's not much blood out. You can relax now.
He probably understood because I was surprised.
You describe it and everyone says, don't worry, there's not much blood out.
Mr. Saijo hugged me again gently.
Good.
Mr. Saijo didn't care what.
Good.
Good.
Yes, good. Yes, good.
Mr. Saijo didn't care about getting his Komodo dirty, and he held me again, supporting my back. When I brought my face closer, I could smell a nice scent from his Komodo. I was under a strain, but when I took a deep breath, I could loosen up. I can't feel my body anymore. I have to look for the black cat. I felt so relaxed on his chest, and he looked at me.
You must be tired. You can relax now.
He spun. I lost consciousness as if he was guiding me.
I think that's a problem.
Flops.
I woke up from the sound of a sliding door. I must have slept a little. I was placed on a towel on top of a cushion. The ceiling looks higher, and the whole interior looks bigger. I had my arms on my head, but it didn't look like a human's hand. I was hoping it was a dream.
Did you wake up?
It was Mr. Saijo entering the room. He brought a wash bowl. These weren't many things.
There weren't many things.
There weren't many things in this Japanese-style room. It makes me wonder if he really lives here every day. Mr. Saijo put the wash bowl next to me and sat down.
You seem like you went for an adventure. You've become dirty. Let me clean your body a little bit.
What is he going to? I had round eyes with wonder, but Mr. Saijo didn't even notice. He dipped the towel in water and squeezed. Then he reached towards me. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know you were going to. I've never had my body washed by another before. And it's Mr. Saijo. I don't know what to do, so I panicked and made a growling sound without thinking.
It felt goosebumps.
I felt goosebumps.
Cat goosebumps.
Cats become a little defensive. I was thinking as if it were someone else's problem.
It's alright, I am just cleaning you. After that, I'll treat your scar. Alright? Don't be scared.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I felt even more goosebumps. Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Oh no! You don't trust me?
No, not explicitly. I mean, I have to trust him. Let's see,
No, you want to go for the happy ending.
Yeah.
So we need to know. Do we trust him?
Do we? Is trust? Can trust?
Trust?
Do we have?
Do we trust? Do we have? Do we do?
Me want trust? No. The right answer is no. I didn't mean that.
No.
No, I didn't mean that. Mr. Saijo looked at me and watched. His beautiful face looked troubled, and it made me feel like I've done something wrong. I can feel his long hair draped in front of me, and I was able to see the unusual color of his pupils. When I looked carefully, I noticed Mr. Saijo has slightly different colored eyes on each side. Is it
That's
because of the
slightly?
light? Yeah, slightly.
Slightly. I see.
This is what I imagine whenever anyone goes just like, oh yeah, no, you got just like hazel eyes or whatever the flip was it the brown and green one, and everyone's just like, yeah, of course it's brown and green, but I'm like, no guys, it literally changes color. Like, it's a deep brown some days and a really bright green other days. Like, it gets light and dark, and people are like, same color, idiot. I'm like,
Wow, Piph. So insensitive to hazel-eyed people.
Wait, that's me.
It's you? There, you're fine now. It's not embarrassing.
He gathered my front feet and told me while smiling, so I didn't know how to react. I still haven't made up my mind. No! Of course he didn't understand how I felt, and he was
watching how I will react. But if it's not a dream and I'm not be able to see the black cat, my lifestyle will continue like this. If others don't take care of me, I'll be attacked by that calico cat like earlier, or chased by people. Oh, why would people? Okay. Maybe I should frown at Mr. Frown at Mr.
No!
Fawn at Mr. Saijo and have a place to say for help. It might not be the time to feel embarrassed. I took a deep breath and calmed down. I tried to be brave and rub my head against the hand that touches me softly.
Are you going to let me wash you?
Yes, please.
I love this Muppet cat. Muppet cat. But like you don't see the eyes, so it's not full effect Muppet.
Where's your scar on your face? Where's your face scar? No. I was only able to make a short meowing sound, but I tried to close my eyes and stay still. Mr. Saijo gently wiped my back with the towel. The towel was warm, and it felt really good. I'm relaxed now. I was purring.
You must feel good now.
Wow, I didn't know purring comes out naturally. It's little embarrassing that all of my reactions are coming out honestly. Mrs. Saijo washed me over and over with towel.
You have dirt on this side too?
He flipped me over onto my stomach and continued washing me. You're tickling me!
Hey, stay still.
Mrs. Saijo held me still, and he washed me carefully. It was after the rain, so the soil was muddy. All of the plants were also wet, too. Anyway, he was delicate hands. He has delicate hands. Maybe he was delicate hands. Maybe he's a Japanese flower arrangement artist?
Are you alright? After we finish wiping your paws, you can walk around the room.
Mr. Saijo took my foot and cleaned the paw, then placed me on a cushion. My fur was clean and even shining.
There, you look clean now. Your fur is shining, so you don't need this towel anymore.
Mr. Saijo took off the towel and he stroked my back. It made me feel secure. He was such a kind person.
You know, was.
I wasn't able to find out what he was thinking about most of the time when I was talking to him as a customer. I never imagined him to be like this.
Oh, I have to take care of your wound too. I'll do that after your dinner.
I remembered I didn't eat anything after dinner and I can feel my stomach rumbling. But is it a cat food? Would I be able to eat that? Mr. Saijo took away the table and he grabbed the cotton that was on the edge of the washing bowl.
I'm going to wipe where the wound is and disinfect it, so you'll have to cope a little bit, alright?
He said he was going to touch the wound, so I was getting nervous. I tried not to react like earlier, so I closed my eyes tightly. He wiped the cotton around his finger and touched my wound a couple of times on my forehead. It didn't hurt me as much as I expected.
I guess it's better now. Let me disinfect it.
I close my eyes and wait until he finishes. Mr. Sideshow was touching me gently, and I didn't feel that pain.
That
Full.
painful.
He must be a serious person. He's explaining even to a cat.
There. I don't think it'll get disinfected, but I'm a little worried, so let me check on it sometime.
Oh, when I turn back into a human, this scar will still be here.
I'll bring something to eat, so stay here.
He brought the washing bowl and left the room. He really doesn't make any noise when he walks. All his movements are so elegant. When he comes to the shop, he always comes in all of the sudden and leaves without much fuss. I was tense, so staying in the room alone and stretching feels so good. I was tense, so staying in the room alone and stretching feels so good. It feels nice. Meow. He cleaned me and I lay on top of the cushion. It felt so good. This cushion cover looks expensive. It has very beautiful embroidery. I roll around a little and relax. I jumped and stood still, feeling that I've accepted being a cat. If I stay like this, I'll be a real cat. I should think straight. I was looking around the room for a little bit. Oh, that iris. Mrs. Sideshow bought that iris today. It was in a vase. It was a purplish blue flower. Oh, he's also wearing a purple komodo. I normally look down at the flowers, but it looks different when I look from here. It's beautiful. The iris was standing straight up and looking elegant. It looks like him. Other than this flower, like how I thought in the beginning, it doesn't look like anyone's living here. There's not much inside this room. I wonder what Mr. Sideshow is like. The sliding door opened, and I stood up on the cushion. That moment, Mr. Sideshow entered with a tray.
What happened? You look all tensed up.
What happened?
What happened?
If I think about it, it wouldn't look weird if for the cat to walk around the room. Mr. Sideshow looked weirdly and placed the tray in front of me. On the tray, there was a glass of water and a plate of food.
I took a couple of things you might be able to have. What do you think?
There was a boiled chicken breast and some dried bento bonito shavings. I was getting even more hungry by the smell. After I took a bite, I couldn't stop eating. I finished the plate before I realized.
Oh, I didn't know you were that thirsty.
Damn, girl. I was... Did you just drink that chicken?
Yes. Did you slurp that chicken?
I was drinking the water as he spoke. I felt like my stomach was becoming full.
Aw, are you hungry?
You are hungry.
Oh, you are hungry. I'm just musically. Aw, she like the cat eats. Aw, you were thirsty. Cat drinks. Aw, you were hungry.
Saito pats my head. My body is clean. My stomach was filled, and he provided me with a
fluffy cushion. He did so much for me. I have to think about so much, but I want to rest for now.
Are you sleepy? You should sleep now.
As Mr. Sideshow told me that, I felt so sleepy. I curled up into a ball and positioned myself to sleep. This is much easier than the usual time that I go to sleep earlier. But I feel so tired, I'll try not to think much for now.
Good night.
The voice I heard before I went to sleep was Mr. Sideshow. His voice was one that I've never heard from anyone before. I felt comfortable and fell into a deep sleep.
Into the deep sleep.
Into the deep sleep. I woke up with a
ticklish
feeling. A feeling of itchy, restless irritation. Is it morning already? Am I going to transform back into a human? I spring up, seeing Mrs. Sideshow sleeping in the corner of the room. It will be awful if I return to my human form now. I look around in hopes of sneaking out of the room. I see the window slightly open. There's a screen door, but I should be able to open it easily. I quietly get off the cushion and sneak towards the window, carefully to not be noticed. I jump out the windowsill and open the screen door with my claws. I pass through the gap surprisingly smoothly. The ground is in my vision, and I jump off without hesitation.
Thank you, Mr. Sideshow.
I felt the cool grass under my paw, and I felt I feel
reluctant
to leave the comfortable room I had been in, but the uneasiness in my body had gotten worse. I need to hurry and get out of this place.
I had no idea what to do, where to go, but I decided to return to the park where I first became a cat. I don't know whether the sky was getting brighter or because I was getting used to the perspective of a cat, but I easily knew the way to the park. I hid in the bushes, in the corner of the empty park. I no longer could bear the discomfort of my body. This is sick! I can't bear this anymore! I stood up, and the bushes that I have been above my head are all along had become knee-height. Knee-high. Huh? I look at my hands, and they are human.
Looks at the hands.
Can't believe my hands are now 2 humans.
Oh gosh.
I'm back to normal. I'm wearing the exact same clothes as yesterday. My belongings are at my feet. I crouch down in relief. I'm so glad. Anyway, if what that black cat said is true, I can leave normally during the day. I look at the clock in the park and it's still early. I would have plenty of time to go home and change before I go to work. I want to take a shower, change, then eat breakfast, and then I wanted to distract my mind by thinking about my daily routine. It feels like I'm still dreaming. In order to calmly think about what to do from now on, I should adjust my feelings. I stood up once again, clutching my bag firmly, and started walking. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I looked at Takuma, and it's a It's a usual morning. It's almost as if nothing had happened.
What happened to your forehead? That bandage wasn't there yesterday, right?
I was chasing a cat in the park and cut it on a branch. Well, I'm not lying.
Yeah? No, wait. No, you were.
Yeah, little
As-
bit.
That doesn't even, constitute as a half-lie.
Yes, this wound is proof that what happened yesterday wasn't a dream. The wound from when I was scratched as a cat and Mr. Saijo had disinfected me remained even when I turned back into a human. It's nothing serious, but I patched it up since it was becoming red. Does it stand out more with a bandage? I should take it off later. I cover my forehead and laugh it off, and start my morning duty.
Oh yeah, for everyone who doesn't know, according to the game, this guy is supposed to be built.
This guy is shredded. He's so muscular. Oh yeah. Oh yes, Takuma, you haven't changed the water for the Gypsophilia yet, right? I'll do it. The bucket that contains the flour is extremely heavy, with a large amount of water. But I can't make Takuma do all of the hard work by himself, so I tried willingly help.
I tried to willingly help.
Here I go! My back hurts from the heavy lifting, and my hands are
Chapped from the water?
chapped from the water.
What kind of
Chapped
water
from
was...
the water. And I thought it was painful for me before.
And I though?
And I though it's painful. But when I think of what happened yesterday, my time working in human form feels very fortunate. Me too. Ah! Hello, this is Flower Shop Flora.
This is Saijo.
Duh! Duh! Me too.
Yeah, just many dots, exclamation point, more many dots, and then another exclamation point.
My voice gets choked up in shock.
Hello?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Saijo. Is it an order? I was shocked. It's only me who feels awkward. I wonder what he thought when he realized the cat wasn't there in the morning.
Yes, do you have any lilacs today?
Yes, we do.
Then that. And can you choose some kind of white flower for me?
White flower? Yeah. For a
Yes,
moment, I
those
remember.
exist.
For a moment, I remembered my hand from yesterday, my white, fluffy paws.
Yes, I'll go visit you in the afternoon today.
Sure, we will be waiting for you then. It's only the term white. Overreacting. Yeah.
Was that order from Mr. Saijo?
Oh, yes, lilacs and some kind of white flower.
Oh, white flower, huh? It's rare for Mr. Saijo to order in such a vague way. Well then, you can choose.
Wait, me?
Of course, you answer the phone, right? I think and choose carefully.
Yes, yes, sir.
Hey, Takuma, have a second?
Yes, welcome. Well then, I'm counting on you. With that, Takuma ran to the front storefront.
Oh no, we have accidentally not switched back to narrator mode.
I have the task of arranging flowers for our client, who has come to pick them up shortly.
It's a present for someone ill, so the order was to be careful and bright-colored.
Cheerful. But careful too, I guess.
I pick out yellow and orange flower like African daisies and roses, all the while thinking about the white flowers for Mr. Saijo. The lilacs are probably for a flower arrangement, but what is the white flower for? If he's going to arrange it with the lilacs, they must be cut flowers, but they can also be potted. Gypsophilias are white too, but...
Calla lily.
That's callow? That's...
Calla lilies?
Calla lilies? Calla lilies are also white flowers for this season. I should ask him more about the purchase.
The purpose.
Purpose. We pick out flowers based on the customer's wants, and think about the ways to preserve them beautifully for as long as possible. It's an important job. We also recommend flowers that fit the customer's needs, even if they aren't familiar with the kind, and select them according to the customer's character. That's why I should have asked Mr. Saijo more about why he asked for white flowers. Again, I realize an important aspect of this job.
Again, I have failed.
Again, I have failed you. I chose this job because I like flowers and plants, but more importantly, I wanted others to realize how nice plants are. Okay, first I'll complete this arrangement perfectly, and then choose several patterns of flowers for Mr. Saijo. I carefully arranged the ordered flowers, wishing and praying for the receiver's fast recovery. This is extremely well written, by the way. This is abnormal for this game. Like, I can read them in their sentences, which is not like this game. I wrap it with a wrapping paper and complete it by tying a double ribbon. It's almost...
Give it time, though. Yeah. Usually the game, like, writing degrades.
I wish I could play this without patches, because I'm almost positive this was even worse back in the day. It's almost time for the customer to come pick up the order. Excuse me there, for the bouquet ordered. Hello, it's done and ready. I came forward with the arranged bouquet. Here it is. How do you like it? I inserted pink-orange roses as an accent. How pretty! I think he'll be happy. I feel cheerful just by looking at it. Thank you. I carefully place the bouquet in a paper bag and give it to the customer. Have a nice day. Thank you. Have a nice day. We look forward to next time. I see the customer off at the storefront. It's this feeling of joy that makes me like this job. I had been trying lately, but probably since my usual daily life had been broken, I'm feeling refreshed today. I'm sorry, what?
I had been tired lately, but probably since my usual daily life has been broken, I'm feeling refreshed today.
It's still a little confusing. Just as, like, I've been tired lately because of what happened yesterday about my daily life being broken, but I'm refreshed today, which is the only day.
I think what this is trying to say is, remember that bit that we never ever do because it's like a separate thing? Where it introduces all the boys. And like it's the first, like, it's like the day before like the cat
Yeah, but
thing.
she mentioned her daily life being broken. I'm assuming that's the cat thing, right?
Yeah, but since my usual daily life had been broken, so like the cat thing happened.
She was turned into a cat yesterday,
Yes.
but she's being refreshed today.
Maybe it's implying that she's more appreciative of her work at the moment because she's not going to have it. Like,
Again, very confusing. I'm not getting this one because she's just like, I've been tired but refreshed, but only for today, but because of my usual life has been broken, but it hasn't been. I'm just like, I'm glad that you're happy, I think, but I don't understand the rest of it. Anyway. If I change my perspective, there's no such thing as a boring life, and maybe it's just my state of mind. Credits. Well, I'll do my best today.
Excuse me?
Yes, I'll be right there.
I'd like flour. Give flour.
hello.
Oh, hello. Mr. Saijo is here, as usual, and I tense up a little. Yesterday, Mr. Saijo washed my body thoroughly. Whoa! No!
Whoa. Are you alright? Your face seems red.
It's nothing. Your flowers are ready. I can feel my ears turning red, so I moved to pick up the flowers, but I stopped for a moment. Oh, Mr. Saijo, about the white flowers.
Yes?
How are you going to use them?
I was thinking I'd choose depending on the flower, but I actually found a cat yesterday.
What? Impossible. That must be.
She was pure white and pretty, but she was gone in the morning.
No, it's not pure. It's got a bit of a pink to it. But yeah, it's a pretty white. Is that so? He's talking about me, right? Mr. Saijo frowned sadly.
Like, you know, frowning usually indicates you don't need to express that it is sad.
I wonder if he intended to keep me.
So I thought I'd order a flower that reminded me of her.
Yeah. I see. Then how about this one? It's a simple flower called primrose. They bloom easily, and it's alright to just put it on a sunny windowsill. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a cute flower. Him saying yeah feels really strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cute flower. And it's close to my image of a cat. Just of a cat.
Of a
Not
cat.
like, yeah, not the cat I was talking about, just of a cat. I'll take it.
Thank you. About the cat.
Huh?
That's me.
Huh?
I'm sure she'll come back. You'll find her and take care of her, right? Wait, hold
I
on.
guess.
Not
Though I
find.
didn't do. No!
You found her and took care of her, right? That's what it is.
Though I didn't do much.
No, you did enough!
Huh?
Oh yeah, you'll be creeped out if I know about it. I mean, I can imagine you taking good care of her.
Do you think so?
Yes, of course. I wouldn't have thought this if I were my ignorant self from yesterday. Regardless of what they are, cat or human, it's natural to remember what's done to them. Yeah?
This is how memory tends to work.
Like, it's either, like, trying to tell me something else that's not the bare bones minimum, or telling me that memory is memory. I'm like, yeah, that's... yeah.
You say something interesting. If she remembers where she was fed, maybe she'll come back to me.
Yes, I'm sure. What am I saying? Am I thinking of going to Mr. Saijo's place again? But Mr. Saijo's sad face makes me sympathetic. And I do need somewhere to sleep at night.
If that cat feels an obligation, would she come again? If so, I'd be happy.
I'm sure she'll come back. I decided I could go back to Mr. Saijo's house again if I became a cat. Ah, yes, as for white calico lilies, are pretty to use in flower arrangements this season.
For sure. Just this elegant man who the game wants to express is elegant. Every once in a while, just going, "Oh yeah,
For sure.
for sure, for sure." Maybe I'll get it next time.
I think they'd look nice for your alcove.
Alcove? In my room?
I did it again. I'm bad at this. Only on this round, I'm really bad at this. Am I going to be able to keep this a secret? I mean, an alcove if you have a Japanese-style room. I imagine you to have a Japanese-style one.
It is. I have an iris in my room right now, so I'll consider calla lilies when I replace them.
Yes, please. Well then, I'll wrap this with the lilac.
Please. That is?
That's is?
Yeah, wait, please? That's is?
That's is? No, that's it. Oh, okay.
That's it? Well, okay.
Mr. Saijo came close to my face. I could feel dazed by his nice scent, but today I don't feel dizzy.
Oh no, her mouth is flying off of her face.
Yes?
Your forehead. It's red. What happened?
I took off the bandage, but I guess he noticed I covered the wound with my hands.
I, scratched it with a branch in the park.
Wait, pause on this screen.
You want me to...
You want to show the face? The picture? Yeah, she has... Yeah, her mouth is flying off of her face. It's got the... She's got the outline of the mouth where it's supposed to be, but then, like, her mouth just... I see. Come to think of it, the cat I found yesterday had a scratch wound on its forehead too. Probably from a fight with another cat.
Really? What a coincidence!
Was that an awkward response? I don't know what to say.
It is. Did you disinfect it properly?
Yes, I'm fine.
That's good. Playing in the park is nice, but be careful.
Wait, does he think I injured myself by playing in the park? Oh well.
Mr. Sideshow left after paying for his flowers. Because I saw how he acted towards cats, I feel like I was able to talk to him more than before.
Yeah, I'm surprised everyone is able to like pick up on like she's injured. She has tiny scratch mark on her forehead when she has like bangs.
Yeah. Giant bangs.
Like maybe it'd
Like
be
those
a
are
bit more
poking you in
noticeable.
the eye bangs.
Yeah, those are very full bangs. Maybe it'd be like a little bit more noticeable with like a bandage that she had on. But like if she doesn't have the bandage on anymore, I feel like it would be really hard.
Maybe it's like sometimes when you get scratched, like it gets like very red around the scratch because like swelling or bruising or things like that, where just kind of like it's irritated, so it's like very red around that spot.
Or maybe it just extends from the forehead down to her face and it's gnarly.
Whoa.
Anime.
Rivers of blood.
Don't worry, there's not much blood out.
Before I was engulfed in his unique impression. Before I was engulfed by his unique impression, but he seems more normal than I imagined.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's very normal.
Very normal.
Takuma came back from a delivery and carried some empty baskets inside the store. Buckets?
Buckets.
Welcome back!
Hi there. Did Mr. Sideshow come already?
Oh yes, just now. I gave him the potted primrose for the white flowers he ordered.
Oh, you chose a cute one.
My manager seemed surprised, but I decided against mentioning the cat since it felt like he'd be talking about myself. He said he'd like the calico lilies next time.
I can't wait to see his flower arrangement using calico lilies. Oh, it's pretty late. Let's start closing the shop, shall we?
Sure. Other than the display outside the store, the shop has foliage plants and potted herbs, so we put them back inside the shop before closing. As I was closing the shop, I was thinking in circles about what to do after work. I don't know. I wonder, what time does nighttime include?
What does nighttime include?
I was becoming anxious sitting on the park bench. The only thing I have heard from the black cat is that I'd become a cat during night. This is very vague. Well, that's not the only vague thing. After leaving work, I didn't know when I'd become a cat, so I came straight to this park. I hesitated going back to my house since it'd be a problem if I turned into a cat on the way. At that moment, the same discomfort as before ran through my body. The unease, irritating feeling. It's time! I got up and ran towards an unpopulated place. I reached the spot where I turned back into a human this morning and crouched down. This morning when I looked around, I thought this place was the most secluded from others. Oh, this tingling feeling. Now that I feel it, I'm really going to be a cat. I suddenly feel an unbearable irritation. I prepared myself and closed my eyes tightly. Once the feeling
in my skin returned, I opened my eyes and I could see everything around me bigger than before. It's actually me who turned small. I really did become a cat. I still had an unreal feeling, but that feeling was broken easily. A long night begins. I took a step from that place. I walked towards the path I took this morning. All I could think of was Mr. Saijo sadly waiting for the cat to return. Episode 3. I was on my way back to Mr. Saijo's, but this is around the place I got attacked by the calico cat yesterday. I guess I seem a little different than the normal cats. That calico cat was really terrifying. I have to be careful not to encounter it again. I timidly turned the corner of the road. I turned around the voice to see Mr. Saijo standing.
Whoa! The cat from yesterday. Are you on your way to get some food?
Not really food. I am thirsty, though. Mr. Saijo crouched down in front of me with a warm smile and gently pat my head and back.
Your wound seems fine. That's a relief. I'm taking a walk today again. I don't know why he's like, I'm taking a walk today again. That's
Taking
all
my
I do.
Second walk today.
Would you come with me?
A walk? Without waiting for my response, Mr. Saijo stands up and starts to walk away. I guess no one would wait for a cat to respond, but he talks to me so naturally that I feel like we're supposed to understand each other. I follow Mr. Saijo, walking right beside his feet.
There's a river if you go to that side.
Mr. Saijo continues to walk, talking to me, a cat. When we made a turn, there was in fact a river, and a
Promenade.
What the hell is that?
I don't know how to best explain it.
And a promenade. A pro-men lemonade. That didn't sound right. I usually never came this way, so I never knew there was such a place.
I like the sound of water because it's soothing. When I listen to it under the moonlight, my heart calmed down.
Mr. Saijo's moonlit face is white, like a white boy, and beautiful like a doll. He almost seemed lifeless. He said this calms his heart. I imagine Mr. Saijo as always calm, but I guess he has times when he's not. Oh, that's noun. A paved public walk, typically one along a waterfront at a resort. Now I know. Occasionally, joggers and people walking their dogs pass by, but otherwise it's empty and silent.
At night?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I never see any joggers at night.
It's the only time where it gets cool. Don't hiss at me. No! I also focus on listening to the sound of the river. When was the last time I listened to a stream like this? Am I right, Chad? Pogs and Chad if you listen to stream. This place is really relaxing. I should come here on the weekend sometime. Feeling joyful, I play around, hopping
on and off the bench and walking on it.
Brevin sees some night joggers. Fair enough. I guess I don't see any night joggers around my area because that's probably just a way to get shanked.
Nice Tom Pogs.
Nice.
Is it Tom Champ? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
I could never play around like this when I'm human.
You seem happy, but be careful.
Be careful about what?
Suddenly I missed my step on the bench and fell to the grass.
Up!
I fell on my back, hitting the side of my body. It wasn't that much of a fall and I landed on grass, so it didn't hurt much. Ow, I messed up.
I thought cats could instinctively flip their bodies and land on their feet at times like this. Yeah, but like there's a distance, my dude.
Yeah. Cats can spin around to their feet very quickly at almost like no space between the ground and falling.
Yeah, but they're still like getting caught off guard. Like some cats just like
Some cats just face plant into walls.
Yeah.
With an appalled face, Mr. Saijo gazed at me lying on the ground. Appalled. It's not as bad as needing help, but it makes me sad to see him unmoved. Ugh.
I rolled myself over, becoming a small ball.
Wait, did you hurt yourself?
Mrs. Saijo rushed to me and picked me up.
Then the cat turns along.
It's a moderately sized cat. Would love if long cat.
Maybe the back legs are long.
Maybe.
Maybe. But I think she's just a very tiny cat.
I didn't know Mrs. Saijo could make a face like this. Like this.
Like this. Like this.
A flustered face. He was observing my body carefully.
No, I'm okay. It's nothing.
No. I felt a bit guilty as I look up.
Did you just fool me?
Mrs. Saijo seemed genuinely worried and was relieved to see I'm okay, but continues to check me for any injuries.
Huh. So you've got guts, I guess.
Mr. Saijo pets me with a... Looks
Oh, no,
like
the
you still
cat
have
faked-
organs in there, huh?
The cat has faked injury. Death penalty, I see, for making me worry.
Mrs. Saijo pets me with a slightly
Mortified face.
mortified face, and with me still in his arms, started to walk. I'm sorry. I put my paws against Mr. Saijo's chest and look up at his face. A red had left, and he had his usual poker face. I thought he seemed worried about me for a second. Even with a smile, Mr. Saijo doesn't seem to be really laughing. Yeah. I can't feel any atmosphere or presence around him. He seems carefree, and I can't imagine him expressing strong feelings.
That's it for our walk today. Let's go home and eat.
Mrs. Sidro pets me softly and parts from the... How do you pronounce that again?
Promenade.
Man, promenade. Right, promenade to his house.
That's how I've always heard it.
Mrs. Sidro's house and land is much wider than I had remembered. He must be teaching flower arrangement classes in his house, so part of it must be a classroom. I learned how to take care of flowers, make bouquets, and arrange baskets from work, but I've never properly done flower arrangement. It requires completely different skills for choosing flowers, and you need to observe the balance of width and length. To create a beautiful appearance of flowers is more important compared to making bouquets. Come to think of it, the iris I saw yesterday in his alcove was arranged beautifully.
I'll keep my windows slightly open from now on, so you can come and go whenever you want.
With that, Mr. Sidro brings me past the hallway instead of going to his room.
I wonder where we're going. It's a big house, but we haven't encountered anyone. I've never heard about his personal life, like who he is living with. Maybe his family lives somewhere else, although I don't even know if he's married. The door Mr. Sidro opened was the bathroom. He placed me in the bathtub full of water, and I had to swim so I couldn't drown in the back of the room.
You got dirty in the park, so let's get you washed today. What is with you and washing?
Huh? Wash? Does that mean Mr. Sidro's going to bathe me? I slowly start to back up.
I know you don't want to get wet, but you need to be bathed.
I went home and took a shower this morning. Mr. Sidro rolls up his sleeves and secures them so they don't fall. He swiftly turns the shower on and puts me in without hesitation. What? No! I'm drenched from head to toe in a mere second. The water is warm and perfect. Once I'm drenched, I don't care anymore.
I'm going to shampoo you.
I'm going to shampoo you. Give me a second.
I am going to shampoo you.
I'm going to shampoo you.
This? There we go. My friends have to see this. It's very important.
They have
Yes,
to
I will
know
stop
that we have to let our friends know that Piph is getting shampooed right now.
I am going to shampoo you.
Mr. Sidro explains to me before he fluffs my fur with shampoo. That's not how shampoo works. You do not get more fluffy when shampoo is applied. Shampoo foams at best. Otherwise, it makes you wet and slicks things. Does not make them fluffy. You idiot. You utter buffoon! My body is
Now,
covered with
hold on.
bubbles. Without time to even feel embarrassed.
You seemed so against us before. But maybe you don't hate water?
Mr. Saijo observes curiously while washing me. He probably wouldn't think a cat is embarrassed. When washing off the soap, he showers me more carefully than before. Once it's all washed off, I feel refreshed.
It feels nice.
Meow!
Whoa, that's cold.
I shake the water off my body and accidentally splash Mr. Saijo with water. Oh, I'm sorry! Mr. Saijo looks like a cat as well, with his eyes slightly closed in surprise. Ah,
It's kinda cute.
You started this.
Mr. Saijo wiped me with the towel he had at his side and dried me roughly as if in return. Sigh, I'm tired. He even dried me with a dryer, and I'm all fluffy and smooth. But his drying was a bit rough, and I saw another side of the usual sensitive, gentle Mr. Saijo. It feels kind of good to see another side of Mr. Saijo. When I curled up on the same cushion from yesterday, it's as if I had been like this from the beginning.
Sorry to make you wait. I made 2 kinds of cat food today.
Mr. Saijo entered the room with a tray. On it are 2 plates.
2 kinds? 2?
2?
Mr. Saijo places the 2 plates in front of me.
I made food from yesterday's leftovers, but I figured you'd have a preference. You can eat whichever you like.
1 plate is canned tuna for cats with boiled carrots and lettuce. The other is typical cat food with miso soup over rice.
Wait, what? Which should I eat?
Oh no. Only one of these will give you the ups. He will judge you on your preference of food as cat.
Alright, what do you think would be the correct choice for this?
Cat food?
Chat?
Put your bets in now, or forever hold your peace.
I wish I could do one of those little poll things, but I can't because I don't.
Not allowed.
I don't have
Just type it
permission.
in. Type it in like the wild people you are. Tuna, tuna, tuna. Tuna. Only the best for Muppet Cat. Cat food, I guess? I don't remember.
It's funny that he said I used leftovers from yesterday because leftovers was
None of these-
chicken, and was neither of these are chicken.
None of these are chicken. Maybe it was his leftovers.
So it's cat food.
Ah!
I'll have the cat food tonight. Without doubting, I choose the miso soup and rice. Which is not cat food. Yep, it's good. This miso soup stock tastes nice.
You seem to enjoy it. But that miso soup is too salty for cats, so you can't have it every day.
I start to take large bites.
Hey, eat nice and slow.
He's upset.
Oops, I was about to scarf it down. I carefully chew and taste the food again.
Even during the day, I have to have a lunch break depending on work. It's inconvenient that I can't eat until someone makes me food when I'm a cat. That's why when I'm given food, I feel like I need to eat it quickly. I remember my grandma's cat usually used to devour its food up. I used to make fun of how greedy it was. I guess cats have their own reasons.
It's funny to think that her grandmother had a cat, considering that was like there was such a big plot point with like the childhood friend thing.
That's a different universe. That's not this one.
That's the other universe where like the mom was like, "No pets, pets stinky."
Not after the last time Tarzan danced.
Oh yes, today I met a person who had a wound on the same place as you do. She said she scratched herself on a branch, but I wonder what was she doing?
Is he talking about me?
Yes, you dummy.
Wanted to know how Mr. Saijo felt about me from earlier today. When I used to see Mr. Saijo as a customer at our shop, my impression of him was a little strange and unapproachable. Once I got to see the real him, I was finally able to see him as a human. Or more like a normal person, I mean. Says the writer. I wonder what kind of impression Mr. Saijo has of me at the shop.
She seems restless at times, so I thought she made a clumsy mistake. But she's a girl. She needs to be more careful about her face.
The hell's that supposed to mean? Restless, huh?
He's trying to imply she needs to be more careful not to scratch up her face because she's a girl.
You boys need to not have their face scratched. You have a freaking goddamn porcelain face, and you tell me I can't have scratches.
But girls need to be pretty.
You'd look at this boy.
Oh, he don't care. He's not even human.
He doesn't have a single scratch on his face to a point where his nose is gone.
Everyone's nose is gone, Piph. No nose here.
He has a little cat nose.
And you too. Don't get into a fight again. And don't climb too high that you fall again.
Yes, sir. I can't voice my thoughts as a cat, but still. Does it mean my restlessness as a human remains in me as a cat?
Ah, are you finished?
Mrs. Saijo picked up the empty plate, placed it on the tray, and left the room, leaving only a bowl of water. I took a bath. I'm full. I'm getting sleepy again. I came straight to Mrs. Saijo's today after transforming, but from tomorrow I need to look for that black cat. Is it true about the thing concerning someone I like? If I have to kiss someone I love, then I need to find someone I love first.
That is a thing.
Oh shit. When will that be? Without finding and talking to the black cat, I won't even know the details on how to return to normal. Someone I love, a kiss. As I think of in circles, I fall asleep. I fell asleep? I fell asleep. Today was a stalking day. So what?
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll take things over from here, point out. Today yeah. So I battled with flowers from the mornings. We had a delivery for an event, so I have excuse me. So I have to unload more kinds of flowers than usual. I needed to transport them carefully, or else the flowers won't last as long. I opened a large cardboard box containing flowers, arranged them, placed the stems and leaves I cut into a garbage bag. I continue this work until they are finished. Excuse me, I have to take a breath to drink.
Sigh, my back hurts.
Mine too. I sound like an old lady, but I can't help it. I crack my back and arms. Yeah. And yet, when I'm able to see flowers that I usually won't, and then I hold the large bundle of roses, this unexplainable feeling I have is worth it many times. Though my fatigue doesn't leave completely, this calla lily is really pretty. Among the newly stalked flowers was a calla lily I had encouraged Mr. Saijo to buy. Is Mr. Saijo come today? Hello. Oh yes, is
Mr. Saijo coming today?
Huh? Why are you asking me? My heart jumped because just by hearing Mr. Saijo's name.
It's just that you two seem close lately.
We're not that close. We're just the same as usual.
Really? But you two talk more than before, right?
Well, that's only about flowers.
I see. We got some pretty
statistics today. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I hope Mr. Saijo comes to see.
Wow, it's really pretty purple. I hope so too. A few days have passed and I've been searching for the black cat every night. It's been my routine to look for a while and then go to Mr. Saijo's room. I got fed and I sleep in his room. When the morning comes, I leave and return to my human form. That's my double life. But I haven't found the black cat. I would occasionally ask the cats I encountered, but because they must be able to sense my strangeness, they don't really answer me. The anxiety about my future only increases, and I've been getting used to this life. As a human and as a cat, a new daily routine has started to form, and unfortunately, I didn't feel it is inconvenient anymore. Furthermore, the more I see Mr. Saijo when I'm a cat, the nervousness I feel about meeting him during the day fades, and I've been able to talk to him more comfortably. We're doing the purple route, Mr. Saijo's route, the 5th route, the guy who's actually the black cat route. I'm just guessing. I don't actually know. But the eye thing is pretty, spot on. The busy hour after lunch has ended and the store starts to calm down. Can you imagine if he isn't the black cat? Oh, hello, Mr. Saijo. Sorry.
Oh, hello, Mr. Saijo.
Oh, hello! Is something wrong? Takuma gazes at me in a meaningful way. Takuma, the customer over there is calling you.
I pushed his back and forced the smirking Takuma away and awkwardly stood in front of Mr. Saijo. Takuma. Takuma.
Takuma, what about him?
No, we were just talking about how we wanted to show you the pretty
Static? Status?
we got today.
Oh, is that so? Please, let me see it.
Without doubting my words, Mr. Saijo smiles happily. Before I had thought he didn't smile from the bottom of his heart. But I don't feel that way anymore right now. Is it just my state of mind? Then, I'll go get them. I quickly stepped back to fetch the bucket of static in the back of the store. I had completely forgotten I had placed an empty bucket at my feet. Ah! I stumbled on the bucket and began to fall forward.
Look out!
Mr. Saijo pulls my flailing arms towards him, and with his other hand he supports my waist and pulls me into his chest.
I'm sorry.
I see Mr. Saijo's Komodo in front of me. He gently supports my body and accidentally pulls me into a hug. With the shock of almost falling in this hugging position, my heart is throbbing wildly. It's completely different from when I'm being carried as a cat. My mind gets foggy and I begin to feel dizzy. I'm okay now.
As I thought, you're a bit clumsy. Be careful with your surroundings.
Mr. Saijo said, still hugging me, and softly pulled away. As you thought?
I had a wound. You had a wound on your forehead when we last met.
Yes, I did. He did say I seemed restless. This is embarrassing. I'll be more careful.
Well, please go get the flowers slowly. I also thought I'd get the calla lily today as well.
Alright, I'll go get both.
Yes, thank you.
This time I checked around my footing and carried the empty bucket. Before I go, I saw Mr. Takuma, who had apparently been watching in the corner of the store trying to hide his laughter. Is he going to make fun of me later? I prepare myself and carefully pick up the flowers for Mr. Saijo.
Episode 4.
I transformed into a cat in the usual park. I'm used to that uncomfortable feeling already. I search different parts every night for the black cat, but I haven't found a clue. If I can't even find a clue, maybe it isn't a normal cat as I thought. That's why I didn't even know which way to look. I should check out the busier streets today. There are a lot of people, so it's scary. Is it better if I wait here until the black cat passes by? I started to walk, still in doubt. You seem uncomfortable being a cat.
What?
I look up to see the black cat in a tree. Meow! Meow!
Don't fluster. You can't talk using human words in that form.
The black cat says and stares at me with narrow eyes.
As I thought, you seem better off as a cat, don't you?
That's not true.
Really? You don't seem to have any trouble, though.
That's... With the black cat's words, my mind is filled with Saijo caring for me kindly.
It's not so bad to just give in and become a cat, huh? No, hey, what do you have to do? What do I have to do to return to normal? I told you, kiss the person you truly love. And that's how you undo the curse. Then that means the black cat turns its back on me and starts to walk away as if he's done talking. If I lose him here, I'll be back at the beginning. Wait, please! I have so much more I want to know! Meow! I desperately run after the black cat. Who is the black cat? And what is this curse? If I can't undo the curse, does my double life go on forever? And who is the person I truly love? Are these others who are cursed like me? Are there others cursed like me? That's a good question. Were they able to undo their curse? There are so many questions I want to ask. Hey, why do I have to go through all of this anyway? The black cat runs around before me, jumping up on the fence and jumping down as if playing with me. What did I do to deserve this? I don't recall doing anything to be cursed by you. My emotions have been worked up since I finally found the black cat. All of my suppressed feelings explode. You're right. You didn't do anything wrong. Then why? I jump from fence to fence following the black cat. Suddenly I miss my footing. The lower half of my body started to fall and I quickly clutched onto the fence. My heart is racing. I was about to injure myself again. Clumsy as always. The next thing I notice, the black cat is standing in front of me. Its purple and gold odd eyes are glowing in the dark of the night. As always, what do you know about me? You don't know anything! Meow! I glared and it inched towards him, fixing my position and lifting my hind legs. That's true. What do you mean by someone I truly love anyway? These are fairy tales about breaking a curse by the kiss of a prince. A person I like. I couldn't figure out what the black cat meant by that. I have nothing more to say. No! That's irresponsible! I'd love to use that. No! That's irresponsible! I have to type that down to myself to remember.
I'm back, and I just noticed the little tie around the black cat's neck is the same tie that Mr. Saijo uses for his hair.
Oh. No, it's not the same character. Don't.
It's not the same character, though.
No. Let's see. Character. Perfect. Put that in my back pocket. You're the one who put the curse on me! I can't think of anyone when I'm told a person that I love. I mumble my true feelings and the black cat widens its eyes. Oh, is that so? I heard human females are fickle and find love anywhere they go. But is that not true? Where'd you get that information? Of course that's not true. There are people who devote all of their love to a single person. In my case, I haven't met that person yet. Oh, sorry. This is you, class, if you wanted to.
Is it truly me, though?
Who knows? It could be.
If you don't mind, I'm kind of snacking down.
I don't mind.
Really? Well, good luck then. Hey. As I reach my right hand out to the black cat, it jumps backwards. My hands clasp the air and I lose my balance again. Ah, watch out! Meow! I clutch onto the fence, bending my back. Careful of your surroundings. The black cat laughs and jumped into the bushes. I regained my balance and desperately tried to follow, but the distance between us increases. My chest feels squeezed, whether because I ran or because I'm sad. I don't know which. What's going to happen to me? I thought I'd find a situation if I find... solution if I found the black cat. In no time I had lost sight of the black cat. Huff huff. I lost him again. I didn't get any answers. What am I supposed to do now? As I blinked out, I heard someone coming through the bushes. Would you like me to continue, class?
Are you there?
The bush right in front of me rustled, and the next thing I noticed, I was in someone's arms. Mr. Saijo, this is...
I heard voices in my yard, so I came to see. What happened? Were you fighting again? You don't seem to be hurt.
Mr. Saijo starts to walk and carry me in his arms. I had entered Mr. Saijo's yard without noticing. I wonder if the black cat comes here often.
Ah, wonder. You're so mischievous, aren't you?
Mr. Saijo says, patting my head softly. I have never been called mischievous in my life before. I had been called active and energetic, but never mischievous or clumsy. But lately, I feel like I've been called that often. Only Mr. Saijo and that black cat call me that.
Oh.
If only there was some sort of connection between the two. For some reason, I lose my cool in front of Mr. Saijo. I get comfortable in Mr. Saijo's believing arms. Okay.
Alright. We'll move on.
The clip of a flower sheer echoes in the silent room after bathing me again. Mr. Saijo started to arrange flowers in his room. He really likes doing that. He's got the side mouth.
Yeah,
Even
that
when it's
side mouth.
closed. I'll put this potato next to the flowers. It's my first time to actually see Mr. Saijo arranging flowers, and I observe him from a distance. He carefully places the flowers he had cut. There are the daffodils and the... daffodils and irises he had bought today. He uses such a unusual flower vase. A vase that's long sideways is so fancy. Mr. Saijo quickly inserts the flowers in the flower vase. He pauses, looks at the whole image, then picks up another flower.
Even if you care for them properly, the cut flowers are already on their way to their ends, so I want to arrange them beautifully for as long as possible.
On their way to their ends!
I want to arrange them in a way that rids of anything unnecessary and displays the natural beauty of the flowers.
Mrs. Sidra slowly arranges the flowers one by one. There's no sound, and the air seems to be cleared. It's strange. It's like I can feel Mr. Sidro's tranquility.
Keeping calm is a good thing. Look for and desiring your true self. Is that supposed to be desiring?
I think so.
Question yourself. What is important? What is the truth?
Question yourself of the truth. The deep blue iris and the white daffodil are arranged in front of Mr. Sidro with an exquisite balance. The iris stands beautifully, and as if supporting, a bit away, the daffodils are placed around. I don't know why, but I thought for a moment they look like Mr. Sidro and me. Like he's trying to communicate or something.
What is it that I desire? What do I truly want to do?
I felt unsatisfied with my life, and when I complained, I turned into a cat.
Yeah.
I was turned into a cat. Everything ordinary had suddenly turned out of the ordinary. And I finally felt value in those things. But besides that, this time that I've spent in his place feels important as well. This time that I spent in this place feels important as well. Okay. The side of Mr. Sidro that I couldn't have known if I hadn't become a cat. It's true that I feel kind of fortunate to have become a cat. I repeat the black cat's words in my mind. A kiss with a person I truly like. No, love. This is words love. It's not good if you...
specific.
Oh, I like a lot of people. Why didn't I start kissing people more often? It's not good if I keep getting used to being a cat. The curse wouldn't be broken, huh? What will happen if I give in to being a cat? Would I truly turn into a cat? No, I don't want to.
Hello, we are being raided. Hello.
What? Hello! Welcome! Please be gentle with the potteries and do not smash too many thingies.
This is a dating game where you are a person who is cat, and you hang out with the person that you would like to date as a cat, and you're really awkward as a human. We are halfway through around half. No, I don't want to. I need to see that black cat and talk to it again. The flowers that I've been arranged since I saw them last time look beautiful with their fixed leaves and the undulating arrangement?
Undulating?
Undulating? Is that supposed to be with a G? It's supposed to be undulating? What's an
Mm.
undulate?
Chat, what's a... Chat, what is an undulating?
I'm not familiar with this word.
yeah.
Words.
I'm actually really into Ultima games. I really like these kind of chill ones. When they get like a little too like gross, I think is the best way to put it. Undulating? Is that how you spell undulating?
Huh.
Is it pronounced undulating?
No, I don't think so.
Is that undulating? Oh. Undulating. Thanks, language. Your D sounds like a G.
Thanks, language.
Thanks, language. So beautiful, but it's strange. When I look at it, somehow I feel a bit lonely. Weird. Why does this iris look so lonely?
I can. Oh
Sorry.
no, he opened his eyes.
And he has side mouth. I can usually make up my mind when I'm arranging flowers, but for some reason, I couldn't today. I guess I'll sleep for today.
I guess Mr. Sidro had some concerns too. Mr. Sidro put away his tools and picked me up. Huh? My usual bed is the cushion. I thought he'd bring me there, but Mr. Sidro snuggled into his bed with me still in his arms. Mr. Sidro?
Am I successfully becoming someone important to you?
Mr. Sidro lies down next to... Mr. Sidro lies me down next to his body and pet my back gently.
You might be able to live without inconvenience or worries without me. You seem to adapt to your surroundings easily, too.
That's not really true.
I only took care of you and watched after you out of curiosity, not because I'm a nice person. But I noticed myself looking forward to it. You soothe me and make me think, I wonder why. Funny, isn't it?
Mr. Sidro murmurs, discouraged. This is my first time seeing him like this. Cry!
Wow!
I didn't know Mr. Sidro could make such a face. I'd be happy if I could soothe him. No. I meow once and lick Mr. Sidro's hand. I hope he understands my thoughts.
Thanks. I'm happy to have you here. Did you know the day after you came here for the first time, I bought the pot of primrose in hopes of you coming back?
The primrose is placed on the windowsill of this room. Properly taken care of.
After that, I started to gain interest in white flowers. I even thought I hadn't really used them in arrangements. Wait,
There can go
wait.
back. You can go back.
It's supposed to be though. It's not though.
Thought.
Even thought I hadn't really used them in arrangements before. Yep.
Come to think of it, you do buy white flowers lately. You used to buy more colorful flowers before.
It's like I found a new side of myself thanks to you.
Mr. Sidro lightly poked my head with his fingertip. I'm happy if Mr. Sidro is soothed when I'm a cat. I wish I could help him out more.
You can't sleep if I keep talking. Sorry. Let's get some sleep.
Mr. Sidro closed his eyes, with me still in his arms. I was gazing at his face. It's my first time looking at his face like this. Before I realized this room had become as comfortable as my own room. It's different from... Adopting?
Adapting.
I didn't get...
Hi, Rosaline Neko. Thank
Bye.
you for the raid.
Yeah. Thanks for coming around. I didn't get used to this place here, but I did gain a new place. Okay. I can be here and be not concerned about anything, comfortable and fawning with him. frowning with him? What's that?
No, fawning.
Fawning with him. Let us fawn together! Hold on. I kept coming back here willingly because I want to know more about him. I can be at Mr. Saijo's side if I am a cat. I think clear as day. If I return to being a human, I'll be a mere flower shop clerk. I wouldn't be able to look at his face from this close. I didn't imagine being this sad about parting. I think I understand why the Black Cat said it's not good to give in to being a cat. If I give in, I'd be close to him, which means I'd think it's okay to keep going on like this. I might not be able to return to being a human again. The Black Cat didn't exactly say that, but there might be the possibility. I don't actually feel it, but if I keep on going like this as a cat, it's possible it will happen. And nonetheless, I'll probably come back here tomorrow, the next day after. With thoughts like that, I close my eyes on Mr. Saijo's chest. His chiseled chest.
He's secretly buff.
Hello. As I was working like usual, Kohei entered the shop a bit shyly. I am feeling a little dazed and a little hungry. So I think we're going to keep this and we're going to do the actual, like, finale. Hopefully finale. Maybe there's some sort of, like, secret ending or something like that. But the finale of Kitty Love for next stream.
Sounds like a good plan. Health is important.
Health is pretty important. It's a little early, but it's around the 2-hour mark.
It's okay. We have gone for like 5 hours before. We have time spent up.
I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I've had a really good time playing Kitty Love. I'm gonna be a little sad when it's all over, but I'm gonna look forward to other otaku games in the future. I just really wanted to show you guys sometimes a bit of misspelling, funny things going on, and just my actual enjoyment of dating da boys.
The boys.
Da boys. Have yourselves a safe and healthy night. Eat well, sleep well, things like that.
Ta-ta.
Bye-bye.